This is instruction in completing the RP9 document. Remember that this is now going to be the final draft that you will submit before the final document. So we're going to really accomplish two things here. Number one, we're going to do a final formatting check. Number two, we're going to share it with a partner, and then we are going to edit our partner's paper. So let's go over it very quickly. The first thing, of course, we do is we open up RP8, we go to edit, we click on select all, we hold down the control key and tap C, then go to RP9, hold down the control key, tap V, and that moves our paper here. Now, as far as formatting goes, there are some things that I've noticed that have happened just simply because of the way we're doing this and how we are copying and pasting. So if we're going to scroll down here, we'll notice that for some reason I have a bolded line there. Oops, that bolded line needs a period as well. And if we scroll down to the bottom, and I know that a number of you have this issue, that there is this sort of graying behind your typing, and we don't want that either. So just to make sure everything is good, we're going to take a few steps to get everything proper. So we'll go to Format first. Then we're going to go down to Line Spacing. We're going to go to Double and click that. And that should change everything to double, which it already is, but I would do that anyway. Then we're going to go over here to our font. We're going to click Courier New so that everything is in Courier New. We're then going to go to font size, click 12 to make sure that everything is 12. And so then as far as the typeface and the line spacing goes, it's good. Now, the bolding, though, is another issue. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up, I'm going to go back to Edit. I'm going to select all. I'm going to go up here to bold, and I'm going to click on bold. Now let's change the whole paper to bold. I don't want that. I'm going to click bold again. Notice now that the whole paper is not bold, including that was bolded prior to it. So we've solved that problem. So again, we want to be in Edit, select all. With the graying down here in particular in the Works Cited page, what I want to do is I want to go here to Text Color, go to Highlight, click None, and that should take out all of the background color, which it does. And so now everything is perfect. So now what I want to do is I want to share this. I'm going to share it first of all with the teacher, Mr. Florer, or excuse me, Teacher Florer at rrmiddleschool.org, and a friend that is my partner. We will say that my partner's name is Hugo Girl, and so Hugo's going to open up my document. They're going to go down one space, and then in red, Hugo is going to type his name. Well, that should be red type, not red highlight. So we go to Text. We want to get rid of the highlight. Okay, there we go. So Hugo types in his name, and then Hugo reads my paper. And Hugo notes that this does not make a lot of sense. Slightly over 1/2, 50.6% of youth were overweight, 23% are obese, 26.9 were overweight, 23, slightly over half, excuse me, this really doesn't make sense. Slightly over 1/2, 50.6 of youth were overweight, 23.7 are obese, 26.9, it's not fitting. The verbiage is not fitting. So what Hugo is going to type in here in red, now notice that Hugo is not going to change anything in my paper. So if you're editing somebody's paper, you do not change anything in their paper. So I'm typing in here, whoops, again, I've gone to the highlight and not to the text color. So we want to go back here, red, does not make sense. And so when I get this back, I'm going to have to figure out what to do with that. Hugo is then going to go down here further, and he's reading the topic sentence here. There are simple solutions to a lack of exercise. Well, that Hugo doesn't seem to think that that is making a whole lot of connection to the paper, so he's going to type in here. So what? Why should I be concerned? So what Hugo is telling me is that I probably ought to add something in there to show some level of concern, or to show why this is an important issue. I'm scrolling further down. Oh, looks like I have a spelling problem here. So I'm going to, again, in red, or Hugo in red is going to type in SP. Hugo will not correct the error, but Hugo is going to tell me that that looks correct. Go down to Works Cited page. So Hugo looks here, and it looks like this Works Cited is a little bit off to the right. So Hugo, again in red, is going to type in the word centered with a question mark, maybe 2 or 3. And so that's something I'm going to have to fix, but everything else looks fine. So then Hugo is going to close out the document. Notice that Hugo does not have to share it with me because McRuffle already has. And so that is RP9.